So in this video, I'm going to cover 3 topics: how to improve your English listening, and how to think in English, and how to speak English. So if you want to improve your English, don't skip that video because it's going to be super amazing and special video for you. Let's start it. So actually I had decided to not have any script for today's video because usually I record video by reading a script, but for today's video I decided to record this video without any script. It's just because I just wanted to test myself how longer I can survive without any script. And I don't know, something is very strange about me. I always run out of words whenever I open my camera, so I keep notes for my words. But in real life my English is very good. I can say that because I'm close to the fluency. I'm still learning, but I'm close to be fluent, and I will achieve this very soon, and you will witness that. So every time when I decide to make a video for my YouTube channel, I write in a script and go to the ChatGPT and ask for correction. Yeah, I won't lie, my grammar sucks. So actually it's not that bad, but whenever I start recording myself, it gets horrible because the anxiety of being incorrect. So before the recording, I ask correction for my script to ChatGPT, and I'm not afraid of making mistakes. I'm just too concerned about to not spread them. I'm just making sure to not spread those mistakes since I have a YouTube channel and I'm teaching whatever. I'm not teaching, but I'm sharing my experience with you. So I'm afraid that you will also catch those mistakes, and I don't want to mislead anybody. So actually the thing is, I can make mistakes. I allowed myself to make mistakes, but I really don't want to allow myself to provide false information to others. So this is the whole thing about my English channel and about my English. But don't worry, I'm not going to waste your time with my useless English learning struggle. Instead, I'm going to share some strategies for your English improvement, and that's actually important for you to know about. Let's begin. So the first thing, if you're a beginner, you barely know few words of English, then let other things rest. Just focus on listening. Because if you don't understand simple sentences like I'm not available at that time, I'm sick, I'm hungry, then you are just a baby learner. So first you need to get familiar with the language you are learning, and by listening, English will no longer sound strange to you. So just start listening if you don't understand English at all. And when people ask me how to learn English, I only know a few words of English. I always say listening should be the first priority for you. Yeah, I'll tell them because I'm really good at giving advice, and that's what I'm doing here. So listen as much as you can. And if you're confused what to listen, then you can watch movies, series, cartoons, songs, speeches, vlogs, podcasts, and sports in English, and make it a habit. And when it comes to learn a language, most people feel so exhausted just by thinking about it, because they think they have to take notebooks for English and learn it with the horrible study stuff. Language learning is different from the other subject. In fact, it's not a subject, it's a language that you are learning. So you don't need to study it, you just need to adapt it, like a habit. A habit like brushing your teeth every day. You don't need to put a lot of efforts to brush your teeth. You effortlessly do this, and even it feels very natural. And this is the habit you are doing from the years, and you never forget how to brush your teeth. This is what habit call. And so the same thing you have to build for your English learning. But if you study English like other subjects, you will forget it sooner or later. So make it habit. And how? Listen, think, and speak. And I'd like to discuss these 3 practices in detail. So the first is listening. So if you are just listening English for your English improvement, and then you might feel bored. And the most important thing, it will not happen as a habit. So what should you do? First, find your interest. Just think of something that you really love to watch or listen. And it can be anything like movies, travel vlogs, cooking, or sports, or anything that you enjoy watching or listening. Start watching these things in English using subtitles in the beginning. And create the same English learning environment in every social media application. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, only watch content in English, and your algorithm will start suggesting the same videos. And just decide that from now on you will continue that and will make it a habit. And the second thing is thinking. This is very important thing that comes before speaking. If you're not thinking in English, how can you say things in English? Because you speak your ideas, thoughts and words, you always talk in your head. So start doing it. And this is very powerful thing. Once you spend a month by practicing thinking in English, it will start working automatically. Actually, this word bothers me always. And it will become more natural and easy to think in English. But here again, don't think that you are doing this for a limited period of time or for your English practice. Just do it naturally, as you always think in your native language. And the third and final point is speaking. And here where most of the people suffer and fail to learn a new language, or it takes so long for them to learn a new language because they wait too long to be perfect for speaking. But you know how polyglots learn so many languages and in a very short time they start speaking from day one. So if you know only one word, just speak. And I'm not saying that make yourself, why am I look like a vampire here? And I'm not saying that make yourself feel embarrassed in front of others in very beginning. The best way you can practice your speaking by talking to yourself. Whether you are sad, depressed or happy, talk about it with yourself. And trust me, if you do it naturally, like you are not doing it for a language learning purpose, but because you need to talk about it to yourself, it will relieve you and help you become more self-aware and will also improve your English. Once you become comfortable with English, then you can speak with others. For better English speaking practice, you can record yourself. This is the best thing. You can listen after recording yourself, how you pronounce words, how you speak, how fluent you are, and everything. You can notice every single detail about your English practice. So don't waste your time, just record yourself. So this is how you can improve your English. And another very important thing you guys need to know. Don't be over concerned about being a perfect English speaker. Even native speakers don't speak perfect English without any grammatical error. They make mistakes too. That's how a language is. Language is messy. It's not as organized and clean as you think. Pauses, grammatical mistake, weird pronunciation, they all make a language sound natural. And when you speak in your language with flaws and add some extra words, sometimes you say words in short form, and that's all make a conversation sound human-like. And that's how humans speak. Otherwise, robots speak perfect English with zero grammatical mistake. But they lack a natural human touch in there because they speak textbook English. And let me tell you one thing, language is not about correction. It's about connection. So don't be over concerned about a very small mistake. Speak to make a connection with others, not for correction. And you'll get your fluency for sure. And if you find this English learning video fascinating and helpful, don't forget to subscribe my channel and share with your friends. I'll see you in the next amazing video.